Hey everybody, I'm Joe. Thanks very much for joining me this evening. I'm trying to play a live match here for you guys, so just waiting for an opponent at the moment. I've actually played a few interesting ones tonight. I saw Spirits, which is actually a really difficult matchup for Merfolk. Played against Affinity, lost in a couple of close games. I just saw red-green colorless Titan Eldrazi, like a Primeval Titan with Eldrazi. Seemed pretty powerful, but I won that one, so let's see. We have an opponent here. I'm gonna roll the dice. I rolled a 3, so alright. Very nice hand. Oh, I played against the Mirror, which is actually pretty fun. Island Walk was strangely not particularly relevant in at least one of the sort of critical moments in the match that I had against the Mirror this evening. All right, he's looking at the top and he stops looking at it. So red-green, feeling good about that. The opponent mulligan to 5. Mutavault is not terrible. Play an island and pass. Looks like he's trying to hit land, so he didn't crack that Wooded Foothills. Okay, so now he's going to crack it, and what are we going to see? Is this burn? Burn on a multi 5 is actually pretty bad. Blood Crypt, so Jund? Whoa, okay, so I played a second land, and now Grimflayer. Alright, so it is Jund, very nice. Aether Vial, super slow and not what the doctor ordered right now. I think we're going to play an island into Silvergill, revealing one of our Wealth of Lords here. Lord of Atlantis, I'll separate that with Mutavault so that I remember he knows about it, and draw Reejerey. So we just have to sort of leverage our card advantage here. Silvergill helping us in that department, but now we have just a ridiculous amount of Lords in hand. If the opponent attacks with Grimflayer, I think... Okay, so Bauble. That's awkward. He's going to sacrifice this to look at somebody's library. Okay, so he wants to see the top card of my library. Reveal top cards to Bungle Fever. Okay, so he gets to see that. I don't. And then he gets to draw a card at the beginning of my upkeep. So we see Tarfire. He's going all in on this card type jazz. Alright, so he already got instant, tribal, land, and artifact. And he's swinging for 4, and he's get to look at the top of his library here. So that's pretty solid stuff. Except he's sitting on 2 cards now, and I've got 7 in hand. Looking at the top 3, he gets to stack it how he wants. If any of that is removal, he can keep it on the top. I think maybe, just maybe, I go with... So there's a creature. I think I go with one of the Lord that he knows about and Aether Vial to open up my mana as we go forward in the game. He just put Grimflayer, and then he likes the other 2. So he organized them a little bit and is passing the turn. So Tarfire deals 2 damage, and it's a tribal instant. So it gets tribal and instant in the graveyard. Well, there's another Silvergill. So now the question is, do we play a Silvergill and just try to dig more lands? I think we do. Maybe we hit a Vapor Snag to bounce this Grimflayer guy. Reveal the same card that the opponent has already seen. And if we don't hit anything, we can just play Aether Vial. Okay, so this turn, I played my Mutavault, right? Yeah, this is my 3rd turn. So we drew a land, which is nice for Master of Waves, play the Aether Vial, and pass back. The opponent is hitting me for 4 and stacking his deck each turn, which is pretty wild on turn 2. But he's on this mulligan. And he just scryed 2 cards on the top of his deck. Wait, how does he have 4 cards in hand? Oh, right, of course, the bauble. I wasn't even paying attention to that. So he drew a card for bauble and actually during my upkeep, and just drew a card for his turn. Alright, not blocking this guy. Already down to 12. Wild stuff. Gonna mutagenic growth him. Oh, is he gonna double strike him? Get out of here. Teamer Battle Rage? Wait, so I just took 6. Hold on a sec. So now it's 6 more? Wait. Okay, so now 1... Eight. Right, so he's 12, 12. So we go down to 4. Yeah. Nah. 8. Oh, no. I go to 6. Right, because it's +2 and then plus... That was a little bit awkward, huh? So the guy's back down to being a 2-2. And he gets to... What is going on? This is definitely not Jund. Swift Spear, and what else? Man, this is not how I expected the opponent's mulligan to 5 to go. I really want a Vapor Snag. Or, I mean, if we draw a Harbinger, I would just leave mana up. So, Alright, let's see how this goes. Silvergill. So if he's got some crazy stuff, this guy has trample. I could play... Just need to survive. Guy is on this crazy mulligan. So if I play Master of Waves, I only get 2 tokens. I don't feel really comfortable. I think I want to play Silvergill and then play a Lord. Again, reveal the same Lord that the guy knows about. Alright, so... And, yeah, I think that'll be it. I think we just totally group hug this guy if he attacks next turn. Triple block. See if we can get through it. It's got only instant. Alright. So he doesn't have Delerium yet, and I don't see how he gets there. I guess he can put an artifact. So, alright, this is how we're going to do it. Alright, so if we try to be greedy and just block with one guy, he's got trample and you can make him much bigger. I think we're going to be able to play so much stuff next turn that I just need to not die. Let's see how this goes. Okay, so this guy is a 6/6, and my guys are... All right, so yeah, we lived to fight another day. That Harbinger is A sight for sore eyes. Let's see. So we play Reejerey, Vial in. Okay, this is going to be fun, I think. Reejerey, Vial in, a Lord, play a Lord, untap Vial, and yeah, fun stuff. Gnarlwood Dryad. So this guy has Delerium, and is that online now? It's got creature instant land, and that's it. So dude is 1/1, I think. Land instant creature, and that is all. Yeah. Okay. Death Touch. So I think we can tap his dude and attack for a bunch of damage next turn. Or, yeah, I don't know. Let's keep this Harbinger in hand. I don't need to play it right now. Minamo means we get to, let's see. So these guys are 12, and this is lethal by itself. So I'm just going to play Harbinger, tap this thing. Bounce that thing. Activate this and swing for, I think 17. 4 times 3 is 12. Plus 5 is 17. All right, so game 2. That was wild. So these kinds of decks, I guess it's a Death Shadow deck. Because it plays mutagenic growth and become immense and all that stuff. So we can bring in Dispel for sure, Negate, hit the Teamer Battle Rages. They play very few creatures. So Bounce is really great. Spreading Seas probably not really necessary, although it takes them off their colors and draws cards, so I can't see myself. Now they do. It's a Delerium deck actually, right? Because he's got the Gnarlwood Dryad and the Grim Flayer. So Relic is coming in. I don't know that we need the negates. They're a little bit clunky. His creatures are all green, so Tidebinders come in. This is all pretty awesome. I think the only removal he has is like Tarfire. Actually, he might be bringing in like Anger the Gods, so we do bring in the negates. So we're bringing in 10 cards, and that means we need to take some stuff out. I don't think he plays a lot of Abrupt Decays. We could also bring in Kira, but like I said, I don't think he has a lot of removal, so actually take out the Kira. Harbinger is great. Master of Waves is great. All right. Since we have the Harbingers, I think I'm going to take out Echoing Truth. It's a little bit clunky. It's really in for things like Ensnaring Bridge and stuff like that. We have Harbingers and Vapor Snags. With all these creatures, I don't think we need all these negates. All right, so yeah. What lands did we see? Blood Crypt, and yes, he's definitely on red. Cursecatcher is decent to counter the pump spells. Master of Waves is amazing for avoiding Anger of the Gods. We can get Cursecatchers are little. And, we'll go the normal sort of Jund route, I think, and sideboard out the Aether Vials. So took out 4 Aether Vials, 1 Cursecatcher, 1 Kira, that's 6, and then Echoing Truth is 7. And I ended up only bringing in the 2 Dispels, the 2 Relics, and the 3 Tidebinders. Feel good about that. Okay. Pass over there. And this is sensational. Hopefully we don't get hand disruption on turn 1. So we get to see a regular 7-card hand out of this guy now. No, only take 2 damage, right? Yeah, there you go. Don't do it. No thought seizes. All right, I can deal with that. Mishra's Bauble, and this will be 2. Okay, so reveal top cards to Bungle Fever, and we're going to reveal the 1. And he's going to draw a card on my upkeep. So I'll take 2 damage, and we'll get our relic ticking down. Harbinger is excellent. I think we're going to, let's see, play this blue source. I'm going to reveal a Lord, because I don't really think that's surprising the opponent. Let's get rid of that card. Alright, so he's going to cycle Street Wraith. It's fine. Swiftspear does have haste, so if we bounce it with Harbinger, it's not really necessarily the best. Okay, 2 Swiftspears, and he's looking like a mutagenic growth. Is he on 1 land? These decks, I think they run like 16 lands or something. So I don't have blocks. Let's go to 16. Maybe he's going to play mutagenic growth, in which case I would take 4 more, go down to 12. Oh, so 4 more plus, okay, so hold on. I was at 18. And now, both of them are 3/4s, and they're each going to become 5, so 10 total. Oh, no, Street Wraith. Okay, so he's at 12, and I'm taking 10. All right, so that happened. Wild stuff. Pause on the upkeep to exile something. If he had another mutagenic growth, he would have played it. So I have to think that taking him off of mana is good here. Let's look at his graveyard. He's got a creature and an instant. It's not particularly close to Delerium. So we're not going to need to crack this relic. If I play Harbinger this turn and bounce, and he whiffs on land, that means he just gets to play out a Swiftspear. I think I want to draw a card. I'm gonna play super slow. Actually, hold on a sec. I need to sort of stem this here. So, I can't just keep taking damage and let him continue drawing cards. All right. Harbinger, I guess. So we'll bounce a Swiftspear. Not super powerful, but at least it gets a creature on the board. I mean, I guess this is just Suicide Zoo. And if he attacks, I'm going to block. My life total is too precarious. So that ended up being a good play, all in all. Okay. Island is quite welcome. Do we continue to grow our board here by playing Reejerey, or do we take him off of mana? He's super limited right now on mana, and he already played out 2 mutagenic growths. So... if I play out Reejerey now, then I can play a Lord, untap, and play a Spreading Seas next turn. So I'm going to do that, and we'll see how it goes. So yeah, this is my friend Rich. He's watching this match. Plays a bauble. These guys are getting bigger. He's going to crack it and look at the top of his library. It means the Swift Spears have gotten bigger. But I do have a 3/3 on the board. This is currently a... so I looked at the top, so they are 2/3s. If they attack, I'm just going to block with the Harbinger. Let's see what he wants to do. I'm not just giving a Reejerey away. If he somehow has... Okay, so we're going to 6 and Swift Spear down. Good. I'm feeling good about this, the interchange. Death Shadow is a 1/1 currently. All right. Let's keep his graveyard open. Artifact, creature. Okay, so we will draw. Okay, so I think we play Silvergill and untap and play a Lord. Well, Silvergill, draw an arrow to my island and reveal this guy. Okay, so Silvergill's gonna draw. Harbinger is solid, but is it better than a Lord? I think so. I think it just continues to sort of stymie the opponent's mana, although I can just do that right away with Spreading Seas, but I'm enjoying developing my board. I think it's been the correct decision. Now we can tap and bounce his Death Shadow and leave Monastery Swift Spear. Be really nice, actually, if we had the Harbinger, we could have tapped and... Nah, I was going to say, and then Spreading Seas. But we can do that next turn. If I Spreading Seas now, take him off of that mana. No, I can actually do it next turn anyway, because I have the Harbinger, I can target and tap. He might just be attacking with that guy anyway. So I think we're just going to develop the board here. And we will... No, what am I doing? I gotta think about this for a second. Which creature am I bouncing? Am I gonna untap a land? For Relic? Yeah, I think it's time that we can just cycle this Relic. So I'm going to untap my land and then bounce his dude here. Okay, and I think that we can attack. A 2/2. I think, what does he have that he can just... Well, let's see how it goes. No. Just 3. So he's at 12, and now he should be at 9. Okay. All right, that's fine. So this guy's growing a little bit. But I've got some dudes to block with. Finally hits that land. If I had gotten Aether Vial this game... All right, so what's happening here? I think I might have to throw all my guys under the bus again. Alright, so what is Teamer Battle Rage? I always forget. This guy can have double strike. So... got 3/3. I got 3 power here, 3 toughness and 2 toughness. Teamer Battle Rage, make him like a... I forget how big makes them. Like +1 or +2. I could look it up. No shame in that. Just double strike and trample. Okay, so double strike and trample. That's it, no plus. So a little bit of cheaty stuff there with me looking up the card, but it's all just to get better. So we're trying to prevent double strike and trample from killing us, I think. And also, how much does it cost? Just 2. It costs 2. So that's what we're playing around. 14 double strike, trample. So the way that would work is if he plays it, in first strike he has trample and will kill my guys. And then he'll just do 7 to my face. I don't know that I can even stop this. 1, 2 plus. Got 5 toughness. Let's crack this now. See if he goes for like become immense or something. Tidebinder, and so we see he's probably not going for become immense. Teamer Battle Rage, I think just gets us right because double strike means that he'll wipe out all my guys in first strike and then deal 7 to me in regular damage. So we can't really win next turn if we just block with everybody. So we can't win if it's Team or Battle Rage, but we can potentially win around other things. The Lord gets it done, I think, by tapping. All right, so all right, so that was all right. That was game 3. No, that was game 2. We're going to concede and rethink our sideboard. Echoing Truth, potentially really valuable piece of interaction. Cursecatchers also seem pretty good, right? There's so few lands. Harbinger's great. Master Waves is so slow that I think this guy can come out. What can come in? Negate. Do we really leave up 2 mana for Negate? Vapor Snag is excellent. I think Echoing Truth wants to come back in. And then to play quicker, we can bring in a couple of vials, I guess. Sure. Nice hand. Cursecatcher, Tidebinder for a Swift Spear into Reejerey, into another Lord, untap a land, and attack with the Mutavault. Okay. Wanderwine Hub for Cursecatcher. This is a pretty crazy deck, Suicide Zoo. Okay, that's going to resolve. Read it and weep, Bungle Fever. At least he's playing the Gataxian Probe without a Swift Spear on the board, so he's probably not going to play the Swift Spear this turn. Tidebinder, Lord of Atlantis, Merrow, Mutavault Island. Yup. He draws a card. Okay. So he's done himself 5 damage already. Normally we'd be super happy to see that. Nah. Alright, so sacrificing this thing and reveal top cards to Bungle Fever. So if we don't draw anything that changes calculations, I'm going to play the Lord next turn. Upkeep, yep, and then draw. Yeah, so island into Lord. So really hoping for a Vapor Snag or a Harbinger of the Tides. I think the opponent has Delerium online already. So, but I can tap this guy down. Again, we're seeing one land. Does he have another? He does. Okay. Okay, a Dispel is very nice actually. So we can play a Tidebinder, lock down this ridiculous thing. So we've got sorcery, land, and artifact, so it's actually not online yet. Attack, block, damage. Yep, just 2. Interesting, I don't think the opponent took all the damage that he could have taken off of that land. Possible the opponent was playing Gnarlwood Dryad here to save his better creature. So for now, okay. So we reveal our hand. He sees the Dispel. I think he knows about all our cards now. Still just sorcery, land, and artifact. There's no Delerium online yet. Another Gnarlwood Dryad, that's fine. It does hold up my attacks a little bit, which is kind of gross. Aether Vial is interesting. Now, it's a little scary because he can throw an instant in here at any moment, and this guy will become a 3/3. That's not super scary, though. I do have a Dispel up. I've got a Mutavault back here. I think here the Aether Vial is not super useful, so I think maybe I certainly play the Reejereys. Now, do I attack and take him off of his only creature? Even if he blocks, my guy's a 3/3. And so what if he bolts here and then eats my Lord? That would be absolutely disgusting. I don't think we need to press too hard because he's at 8 life already, and Reejerey opens up a lot of tap effects if I draw any Merfolk off the top. I think I'm just going to end. I could have played Aether Vial, which works well with counter magic, but counter magic also works well with counter magic. Okay, looks like the opponent's probably drawing more lands than he wants to. There's a Bauble. Who's he looking at? Okay. Reveal top card to Bungle Fever. He's going to draw a card on my upkeep. But doesn't get to draw a card now. Okay. So ends the turn, passes it to me, and upkeep, he gets to draw a card. Okay, and then another Dispel. That's really nice. So now if I activate and swing, he can block the biggest guy, which is Mutavault or Dryad, probably Dryad, and then he would be taking 4+3/3. So unless he has 2 removal spells, I think it's GG. 3 removal spells, I guess. So this is actually a Suicide Zoo Delerium deck. which is definitely not the normal type of Suicide Zoo deck. I think I mentioned earlier that I love playing against these brews that try to take a successful deck and then tweak it with some kind of new tech. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It was a pretty interesting deck. The guy almost won on a multi-5 in game 1, but we just managed to get there. Yeah, just telling the opponent, he's saying that it's the first time playing the deck. And I'm just telling him that Delerium is interesting. Kind of soft to hate. Yeah, but 1/1 Death Touch is good anyway for G, for one green. Not sure if it's worth a slot. I guess you take out some pump spells. Okay, he's got to go. So thanks for watching, guys. Please let me know your thoughts, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks again. Bye.